Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back to Freeze Fragrance Finds. I am the lady of the house, Lady Free, your gourmand guru. And on this channel, baby, we discuss and we love all things fragrances. Where I love gourmands, yes, I do, but that doesn't mean that you have to stick around. I promise you, you'll find something that you like. Guys, but before we get into today's video, I would love for you to take a quick moment to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you won't miss any of my uploads. Don't you dare miss out. Let's hop into today's video.
You make me feel so good, yeah. Oh, yeah. You make me feel so good, yeah.
Hey girl, hey boy, hey y'all, hey, what is up? It is your girl Lady Free, your gourmand guru, and in today's video we are featuring a marshmallow note. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, don't forget to like this video and do please continue to watch. So let's hop right in. This first fragrance I featured many times and I've talked about many times, almost ad nauseum on my video. This is Minnie Mouse by the House of SILLAGE. Go ahead and run the product shot. This is a fun, juvenile, not too serious, watery, tart, marshmallowy, raspberry type of scent. And it is just one that is very nostalgic for me, one that just really takes me back to my youth. Let's go ahead and get you the notes of Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse features top notes of marshmallow, whipped cream, middle notes of raspberry, caramel, and coconut, and base notes of vanilla, musk, and cedar. So this is a airy marshmallow, not a thick, dense marshmallow. This is one that's just very airy, and then it's a little creamy from that whipped cream. Not too creamy, not too lactonic, but the marshmallow just adds a airy vibe to it, a little fluff and also a little sweetness, and then it's a little tart, and then from that raspberry again you start to get a little bit more sweetness from that caramel as it begins to dry down, and then as it just dries down you really just get a tart raspberry caramel vanilla-esque type of scent. So wearability, I reserve this fragrance strictly for the spring and the summer. This fragrance is not going to hold up beyond those months, okay? So definitely spring and summertime because it's airy, it's watery, it's almost refreshing. Definitely in the summertime when those temperatures are peaking, this fragrance will I have experienced it being just so refreshing and fun during those summertime months. Just daytime, not too serious, not anything that you have to think too seriously about. So I don't really see myself wearing this at nighttime unless I'm wearing it with something else. So just fun in the sun, going to an amusement park, going on a quick day brunch, going out to run some errands, just being out, fun in the sun, again, type of scent. So this is a straight up feminine scent in my opinion. A guy can wear it if he wants to, but this is straight up feminine, nothing unisex about it. So that is your wearability. Moving right into performance, this isn't the best performing scent. I'm getting in totality no more than, I would say 6 hours max, but I'm really thinking about the 4 to 5 hour mark is really the max, and I'm getting 6 hours, maybe indeed pushing it, with the first 2 hours it being present more so the first 2 hours. After that first 2 hour mark, it is going to die down, not necessarily become a skin scent, but you're going to live in a tight scent bubble after that 2 hour mark. It isn't going to leave lasting impressions. It isn't going to leave a lasting sillage after you smell it. It's going to dissipate. You're not going to leave a scent trail. It's not going to project loudly off your body. Someone is going to have to come closely to you in order to be able to smell the scent on you, and even at times you're going to have to search for the scent on your body as well, unless you overspray. I can see that if you overspray, it lasting a little bit more, it being a little bit more substantial, wearing up until 3 hours, and I can see if you overspraying it, pushing it to the 6 hour mark. So this isn't the best performing fragrance. It's watery. I don't think it was composed to do so, okay? I don't think they made it to be a long lasting or substantial wearing fragrance. It's meant to be fun, And that's it, right? So, and that's exactly what it is. It does what it needs to do. Okay, it does what it was created to do. So as far as value, in my opinion, for me, it's worth the price point. They put great detail into their fragrance, into designing their bottles and their presentation. They are very intentional about the way that they design their bottles and put great thought and great detail with the Swarovski crystals, and the fluted bottom here. It is just the design of this bottle. It is just chef's kiss. It's chef's kiss. It's elegant, it's classy, and it's cute all at the same time. So is it worth its price point for the value? Yes. For the juice inside of the bottle, is it worth its price point for the bottle and for the design and the packaging? I would say yes. But is it worth the juice inside of the bottle? No, not for that price point. However, House of Sillage, as we all know, they do run specials quite often, so I would advise you to catch this on a special. And level-headed me will tell you that, you know, don't just buy something for the bottle. The over-consumer me, in my mind, is it worth it? Yes, but I'm going to tell you that it's not a good value overall, just because the juice isn't worth it. So don't be an over-consumer like me and just buy things for the bottle. If you want to, that's fine, but I'm telling you that it is not worth its price point. It's not a good value for the juice that is inside of the bottle. If you are a collector, as I am, it may make sense, but I mean, I'm going to leave that up to you. But I'm telling you from a level-headed place, and from a place that is not from a person that is trying not to be an over-consumer in these days. I'm going to tell you it's not worth it. It's not worth its price point, and it's not the best value. Even finding it on a discounted price, even finding it at a discounted price, it's still probably not worth its value. But for me, yeah. But telling you, no. So that is what it is as far as value. Is it a safe blind buy? I would say yes, it is a safe blind buy, but only if you're willing to pay that price. Even that discounted price is still a little bit expensive. So is it a safe blind buy? I would say yes. As far as judging it by the smell, it is nothing not to like about this fragrance. So rating, I don't remember what I've given this fragrance in past times. So today I'm going to rate this at a 8.5 out of 10, just because of the longevity. I'm giving it such a high rating because I do really enjoy the scent and I do really enjoy the feeling. This is a mood booster. This is just a fragrance that makes you smile. So because of that reason, I am going to give it a higher rating, but I am going to take away those points and deduct those points because it just doesn't last long and it just doesn't project or perform well at all. So that is Minnie Mouse by the House of Sillage. Again, we're not going to do the reviews because I have 10 fragrances to speak about. So as to not delay this video and to keep it flowing, we're not going to do the review, okay? So this next one is Varshmallow by E-Beauty Collection. This is a small black-owned business, and let's go ahead and run the product shot where we're talking about it. This is your thick, dense, melted ooey gooey marshmallow. Varshmallow is a play on vanilla and marshmallow, and that's so clever. So it is exactly that. Let's go ahead and get you the notes of Varshmallow. It's vanilla, marshmallow, toasted marshmallow, and whipped cream. This is just, if you're looking for a sweeter, thicker, denser marshmallow that's just not fluff, that is just not giving you a fluffy vibe or just a vanilla sweet vibe, this is actually that toasted thick ooey gooey marshmallow, and it is just all of the things. This is hard to find, so I would advise you to go ahead and just follow them on Instagram and be notified when it restocks, and you have to be quick on the trigger, okay? When they tell you that it's restocking, they'll tell you the time that it's restocking. At that time, if you want to get this, you're going to need to go ahead and purchase it at that time, exactly when it dropped, because trust me, it's gonna sell out. Let's go ahead and jump right into wearability. This is one that I layer with other fragrances. I have not and do not wear this fragrance on its own. This is one that I just pick up to add sweetness to other fragrances. So I'm going to say wearability anytime, however, whenever. however, whenever you want to wear this fragrance, and whoever wants to wear this fragrance, because it is one that you just layer with other fragrances. So if you're a guy and you want to add a little bit more sweetness or marshmallow vibe to some of your more masculine fragrances, go ahead and do it. Whenever time of year you want to do it, you're just layering it with other scents. So it can be in the dead of winter, okay? We're layering it, so it really doesn't matter how you want to wear it, when you want to wear it, because it's meant for that purpose. So that's your wearability. So speaking of the performance, I'm going to just say kind of take it with a grain of salt, because again, I layer this with other fragrances, so I cannot speak or attest to the longevity or really much to the projection of this fragrance, again, because I am always wearing it in company with other fragrances. Okay, so okay, but I can tell you, when I do spray this one, I do overspray it when I'm layering it with other fragrance, and I do smell it along with, in concert with the other fragrances. So I can say it does stand its own, it does stand its ground, it does make its mark. You're going to smell it if you layer it with your other fragrances. I can't say or attest to how long you're going to smell it with your other fragrances, but I can say it is substantial wearing enough that you will smell it along with your other fragrances. The other fragrances, depending on what it is, are not just going to dominate this fragrance. So that is your performance. It's value, great value. This is a $45 bottle, and it's 60 mls. You can't get much better value than that. So to blind buy or not to blind buy, this is a safe blind buy. If you're looking for a marshmallow fragrance, a vanilla marshmallow fragrance, this is it. Definitely worth trying and getting your nose on. Rating 10 out of 10. It's nothing not to like about this fragrance. So yeah, if you're looking for a marshmallow fragrance, this is your fragrance. This is your girl, this is your guy, this is it. Okay, so that is Marshmallow by E Beauty Collection. This next fragrance is Milk by Commodity. Go ahead and run the product shot. While we're running the product shot, this is, if you're looking for a marshmallow fragrance, if you're looking for a lactonic fragrance, this really is not going to be one that I would recommend to you, just because this is a more woody, smoking type of fragrance, and it's really not what it is advertised to be. So you may be a little bit disappointed if you're looking for a vanilla sweet, even ooey gooey or airy fluffy type of vanilla. This isn't going to be your perfume. This isn't going to be the one that I would recommend to you. I would recommend the VARSHMALLOW if you're looking for that. But if you are looking for a marshmallow fragrance that has a way more depth, way more character, I would suggest the Milk by Commodity. The notes in Milk by Commodity feature top notes of milk, middle notes of marshmallow and natural musk, base notes of tonka bean and mahogany. You do get a lactonic nuance from this fragrance, but it isn't necessarily a lactonic fragrance, although it's, you know, called milk. Although they named it milk, it isn't really a lactonic fragrance to me, but you do get a lactonic nuance, and you do get a little bit of fluffiness and sweetness from the marshmallow. In my opinion, the marshmallow is just adding some sweetness to the fragrance, but basically what I'm getting is that mahogany, smelling very, in my opinion, smoky and woody. And then you do get the tonka bean. The tonka bean is adding a little bit of almond, cherry, nutty vibe to the fragrance. So again, yes, you are getting a little bit of sweet, nutty, kind of fruity quality, cherry-esque quality from that tonka bean. But for the most part, what I'm getting in this fragrance is a woody, bit of lactonic, but a very woody, smoky, marshmallowy, a marshmallow smoked over a campfire type of feel. I know the expressive is supposed to amp up that smoky, woody quality even more than this one does, but this one definitely has that quality as well. Okay, so if very woody fragrances don't bother you going to bed, I would say this is a good bedtime fragrance, a good fragrance to wear around the house if you just want to be a little bit more elevated around the house. If not, then this is a good fragrance to wear during the nighttime, during a cute date night, mixing it, layering it with other fragrances. I don't see myself really wanting to reach for this fragrance much in the daytime. And as far as the time of the year, definitely your fall and your winter seasons, because it's comforting, it's cozy, it's warm. It's just that type of fragrance. So that is your wearability. As far as the performance, this is a very, I wouldn't say very, but this fragrance is present. You definitely smell it, and you smell it strongly. So its sillage and its projection is very decent, and it does last almost the entire wear of the fragrance. And speaking of entire wear of the fragrance, I'm getting about a good 6 to 8 hour wear. So it's a moderate to high performing fragrance as far as the longevity, and as far as the sillage. Again, I'm getting a good 6 to 8 hour wear, and pretty much that entire time it is present. It doesn't really die down much during the journey of this fragrance, from initial spray to dry down. It projects really well. So it is, you know, it's not a beast mode, but you have to commit to this fragrance once you smell it, once you spray it, because you're definitely going to smell it the entire time. So value, this is a 30 ml bottle. I think it was about $65. I think the bigger bottles are upwards of $100, or right at $100. That is a fairly decent value in my opinion. To blind buy or not to blind buy, this is not a safe blind buy. I was thoroughly taken aback when I purchased this fragrance, because I was just expecting a sweet lactonic gourmand type of fragrance. That is definitely not what I got. And going back, is this fragrance feminine or is it masculine? This fragrance is a unisex scent. It might be leaning a smidge masculine to some, so definitely keep that in mind. So rating, I give this one a 8 out of 10. I do like it. I am learning to appreciate it for what it is. It has been a journey getting there, getting to that point, getting to appreciate this fragrance for what it is, just because I was anticipating and expecting it to be much different than it was. But I am learning to like it and love it and to appreciate it for what it is. And that is Milk by Commodity. This next one is DELIZIA de Marshmallow by KYSE Perfumes. Go ahead and run the product shop. I've also spoken about this one several times on my channel. This is your quintessential marshmallow type of fragrance. This is opening that bag of marshmallows and sticking your nose right in. Marshmallows and sugar. It is a little bit thick. Not as thick as the VARSHMALLOW in my opinion. Not as present as the VARSHMALLOW by Beauty Collection in my opinion. But it is a very close second. I may do a video comparing those two, because the more I smell this and the more that it's sitting, the more I'm starting to like this one. And it's kind of almost right now neck and neck with the VARSHMALLOW by Beauty Collection. So let's go ahead and read the notes off to you. DELIZIA de Marshmallow is a very linear scent. This is one that is perfect again for layering. It is your quintessential, just straight up marshmallow scent, and it features notes of marshmallow, vanilla, and sugar. Very linear. Doesn't have much depth. Doesn't have any depth to it actually. That's it. That's all, and that's what you get. Again, as far as wearability, wear it anytime, whenever you want to, however you want to. But this fragrance, you will have to keep in mind that it is not as present, in my opinion, right now as the VARSHMALLOW. So you may have to overspray this when layering it with other fragrances too, especially when you have a stronger fragrance, or a fragrance that is much stronger than this one. Keep in mind that you're going to have to overspray this one for it to show up, for you to really be a more substantial wear, for you to actually really smell it along with those other fragrances. So as far as the performance, again, layering fragrances, we're going to take what I think about the performance very lightly, with a grain of salt, because again, I only use this fragrance for layering. So again, I would think the projection is a little bit low to moderate, just because I have to overspray this one to be able to smell it with the other fragrances. So and really, as far as the longevity, not really sure about the longevity, because again, I do not wear this fragrance alone. I'm thinking in my head you're going to get about a good 2 to 3 hour wear as far as the longevity. So value, this is a pretty good value. I'm thinking this bottle was about $60 something. I can't really remember. I'll list it and link it below if it's available. But one quick caveat about this fragrance, if it's hard to find, okay? And if you are able to find it and order it through the KYSE website, when I purchased it, the website did say that these bottles are made to order, so you're going to have to wait 2 to 3 weeks, even before whatever time period it was. I think it was some weeks, at least a week before it's even shipped out to you, because it is made to order. So do keep that in mind. But overall, this is a very good value, especially for what it is. Okay, so to blind buy or not to blind buy, this is a safe blind buy. It's really relatively inexpensive, and it's sweet. It's marshmallow, so if you know that you like it, it's really nothing not to like. If you know that you want it and you want a marshmallow scent, this is it. Okay, it's really nothing not to like about it. So rating, I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. And then again, it's neck and neck. Did I give that one a 10 out of 10? I think I did. I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. I'm liking it more and more and more and more every day. So that is your DELIZIA D Marshmallow by KYSE Perfumes. So this next one is Cream by Renewed Scents. This is also a small black owned business, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and roll the product shot. Cream by Renewed Scents is your perfect pistachio fragrance to layer with your other pistachio scents and fragrances, body creams and butters and things that you may have. So let's go ahead and jump right into the notes. The notes in Cream are pistachio, cake batter, whipped vanilla, coconut milk, and sugar cane. You definitely get that pistachio. You get a little bit of gooiness, a thick, sweet cake batter, and you also get that whipped vanilla, which does make it a little bit airy, a little bit light. And then that coconut milk and that sugar cane, so it's a little bit creamy. It's a lot creamy, actually. It's very creamy. It's very nutty. Perfect to layer with your Young Pistachio Gelato or your Finery Pistachio Please, even your Cheirosa 62, I think it is, by Sol de Janeiro, and Baklava Royale by Navitas. All those pistachio fragrances like that, this is perfect to layer with. This is creamy, this is creamy, this is sweet, and it's nutty. So as far as wearability, I would say this, again, I layer it, so anytime, any day, but I think this is perfect for the springtime and perfect for the fall time, in my opinion. Perfect. But again, to me, this is layering. And they do have perfume sprays as well. I think this one comes in a perfume spray, but this is the perfume oil. But to me, it will still be a layering scent. But just because it's nutty, it's sweet, it's creamy, I would say it's perfect for, I would do springtime, I would do summertime, and I would also definitely do fall time, just because of that nuttiness. Just something about nutty fragrances just put me in the mind of fall. I don't think it will hold up well during the winter time, but again, this is a layering fragrance, so whenever you want to, however you want to, feel free to have at it, right? So again, as far as the performance of the fragrance, this is a layering scent for me. So I have worn it on its own. I did put it on my wrist the other night. I got about a good 3 to 4 hour wear out of it. After that, it just completely dies down. It's not even a skin set at that point. It's just completely dies down. This is a perfume oil, so do keep that in mind. It didn't project very well, so I feel like this is a more intimate type of scent. So not really good projection, not really good sillage, very intimate type of scent. So pretty good value. These are very inexpensive. I can't remember how much I paid for this, maybe 20 or 30 bucks, if that. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, because they do sell out quickly, and they do sell out often, of all of their fragrance, of all of their scents. So I can't even check the website right now to check the price on it. I can check my email, but I'm gonna have to filter through a lot of stuff to find it. But I would just say overall that is inexpensive, so it is a good value. To blind buy or not to blind buy, this is a safe blind buy. It's creamy, it's pistachio, nothing not to like about it. So rating, I'll give this at 8.5 or 9 out of 10. So that is your Cream by Renewed Scents. This next one is Young Pistachio Gelato by KAYALI. Go ahead and roll the product shot. And speaking of pistachio cream, ice cream type of fragrances, this is exactly what this is. You don't really get much of the ice cream note in here, but you do get a creamy, cold vibe from the ice cream. Let me just say that it smells cold, if that makes sense. If something can smell cold, this smells cold. So let's go ahead and run down the notes to you really quickly. This one does have a lot of notes. So Young Pistachio Gelato has top notes of pistachio, ice cream, bergamot, hazelnut, rum, cardamom, middle notes of lily of the valley, pear, jasmine, peony, geranium, raspberry, peach, base notes of whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, locum, whatever that is, tonka bean, sandalwood, cacao, and cedar. So this one has a boatload of notes, but really what I get from this fragrance is the pistachio. You do get an ice cream vibe from it. It's a little bit cold smelling, if again that makes sense, but it is also a little bit creamy. You do get a little bit of lactonic nuance from this fragrance. And you do a little bit of fruitiness from this fragrance, from that pear and that peach and that raspberry. You really can't pick out if it's pear, peach, or raspberry, but you do just get a little bit of fruitiness from it. And then you get that cotton candy in the base, along with that whipped cream and that vanilla. So that whipped cream and that vanilla, again, the whipped cream adds to the creaminess of this fragrance. And then that marshmallow, did I say whipped cream and vanilla? I meant whipped cream and marshmallow. So the whipped cream definitely adds a little bit more creaminess to the fragrance, and the marshmallow and the whipped cream, you really can't tell the difference between the two. They really just play well together in the base. I feel like the marshmallow maybe just gives a little bit of fluffiness to it, along with that creamy vibe from the whipped cream in the base, and as well as the ice cream in the top notes. Here's the thing about ice cream, in my opinion: it's very hard to capture a realistic ice cream note or ice cream note period in fragrances, because ice cream is a very fleeting note. Ice cream is a very fleeting thing. It's a very fleeting smell. Ice cream melts and it dissipates and it just turns into just regular cream. Ice cream doesn't last long. Even when you eat an ice cream on a hot summer's day, it melts immediately. So in my opinion, that is a hard note to capture and to be able to sustain through the entire wear of a fragrance, because it is a fleeting note. It's ice cream. It's going to just eventually melt and just turn to cream, or nothing after a while, just because it just has that quality and it has that makeup to it. So wearability, this is a summertime, fun in the summertime fragrance to me. Summertime. You can wear it in spring if you want to. It does have floral nuances to it with that lily of the valley, jasmine, peony, and geranium, but I don't get much floral from this fragrance. So to me, I just reserve this fragrance for the summertime because it's just fun. Pistachio, creamy, whipped cream, marshmallow, fun in the sun, cotton candy. Come on, fun in the sun, right? So this is a straight up feminine fragrance, in my opinion. Daytime type of scent. I don't see myself wanting to wear this during the evening time. It's because it's not serious. It's not anything serious. It's fun, and it's a little juvenile, but it's still perfumey, still adult enough to wear it and be confident in wearing it as an adult. So I would just say I don't daytime running errands, daytime going to an amusement park, daytime, maybe daytime for a brunch, you know what I mean, or evening time in the house. So performance, the more this is set, the better the performance has gotten. I would say I'm getting a totality of about 6 hours out of this fragrance as far as the longevity, with the first 2 to maybe 3 hours being a more substantial wear. After that 3 hour mark, it is going to die down, not necessarily become a skin scent, but you are going to live in your own scent bubble after that about 3 hour wear. From that 3 to 6 hour mark, you're just going to have to catch whiffs and wafts of it, because you're going to live in your own scent bubble. And after that 6 hour mark, it's just going to completely die down into a skin scent or non-existent. As far as the projection and the sillage, this is a low to moderate projecting type of scent, and you're not going to leave a strong scent trail with this fragrance. So keep in mind that it's a low to moderate projecting scent, and it has low to moderate sillage as well. Value. All KAYALI fragrances are a great value to me in this time, in this day and age. I'm really excited and really thrilled that Mona just keeps her price points reasonable, right? This is a 50 ml. I think the 50 ml is right at $100, upwards of $100. So even though the performance isn't the best on this fragrance, it's still worth it because she keeps those price points within range. You know, within she keeps very modest price points, and I appreciate her for that. So to blind buy or not to blind buy, I wouldn't say this is a safe blind buy, just because when this fragrance first came out, it was very polarizing. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people that even had the fragrance were still trying to a lot of people that even had the fragrance were still trying to figure out for themselves if they liked it or if they didn't. It was the type of fragrance where people were just on the fence about it. So I feel like this is one that had to grow on a lot of people. So do keep that in mind when as far as blind buying it. I don't think it's a safe blind buy just because it is and was a very polarizing type of fragrance. So rating, gotta give this a strong 8 out of 10. I'm going to take away those 2 points just for the performance of the fragrance. So that is Young Pistachio Gelato by KAYALI. So these next fragrances all have a very similar DNA. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Starting with I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. Go ahead and roll a product shot. This is your herbally aromatic vanilla marshmallow, not vanilla, but marshmallow, orange blossom, love don't be shy type DNA. So this is your love don't be shy, your more herbally love don't be shy with a greener note. So speaking of the notes, let's just go ahead and jump right in. I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess has a top note of lemon, middle notes of green tea, ginger, peach, hedion, jasmine, and apple, base notes of marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. So upon opening, you do get a zesty citrus with that lemon. Quickly get that marshmallow along with that lemon, and then you start to smell that green tea. Makes it a little bit herbally, makes it a little bit aromatic with that green tea, a little bit of spice from that ginger. And then you do get a little bit of sweetness from those fruits. You can tell that it's fruity, but you're not really knowing what type of fruit it is. So, but it's that peach and that apple just gives it a little bit of sweet fruitiness. But this is just thick and it's sweet marshmallow type of fragrance. So mainly what I get from this fragrance is that green tea and that marshmallow. It doesn't have orange blossom in it. That's what, at least that's what Fragrantica says. But you get a very thick, very sweet, extremely, almost cloyingly sweet marshmallow. But the green tea definitely saves it for me, because it's, well, really nothing can be overly sweet, but that green tea just adds a different quality for it that just kind of knocks a notch off that sweetness for me. So but you do have to like it sweet with this one, okay? So as far as your wearability, because it is so sweet and it is teetering on cloying, I would say this fragrance is perfect for the springtime, and you can wear it in the summertime, but just not if you live in a very humid, hot, very, very hot region. So I don't think you will be able to get away with this one in the dead of summertime when it's just 90 degrees and above. You're probably going to get tired of smelling it. It's just going to be too cloying. So I'll say this fragrance right now is perfect for this time of year, spring, the beginning of summer when it's not too hot, and then when summer is transitioning into fall, when it's starting to cool down a little bit more. So this fragrance you can get away with in the fall time, and if you want to get away with it in the winter time, it will hold up. I just don't think about winter time when I think about this fragrance. I would say this is a unisex scent leaning all the way feminine. I can see a man getting away with this just because of that green tea note, that herbally note in here. So I can see a man getting away with this fragrance. So as far as the performance, this is a great performing fragrance. I'm getting about an 8 to 10 hour wear out of this fragrance, with the first half, if not more than half of that wear, it wearing very substantially, it being very present, you being able to smell it and others being able to smell you very presently, even leaving a great sillage. You're going to walk down the hall, and after you have left that hallway, your fragrance is still going to be there. So it leaves an amazing trail, an amazing sillage. It projects well. You're going to smell yourself. Others are going to smell you, and they're not going to have to be close to you to smell you. So this isn't quite a beast mode fragrance, but it is a long wearing, very good projecting and scent trail leaving type of scent. Again, about 5 to 6 hours wearing very presently. After about that 6 hour mark, that 6 to 8 hour mark, or that 6 to 10 hour mark, it dies down just a little bit, not really even being a scent bubble. It just dies down just a little bit. You don't smell it as presently from that 6 to 10 hour mark, but this is one you have to commit to, because you're going to smell it very presently the whole time. So that is your performance. As far as value, you see I have the old bottle. So as far as Killian price points, this is at the lower end of Killian's price points. Killian fragrances can be very expensive, but this one I think is at the lower range of their price points. So this is, although it smells like other fragrances that I have in my collection, it's still very unique to me, and it's still very nostalgic for me, because this fragrance has a lot of scent memories attached to it, and I'm cautious in wearing it because I want to keep this bottle. I absolutely love this bottle just because I have scent memories attached to it, and I never want to not be without it. And this was one of my first Killian fragrances, so to me, is it worth it? Absolutely. And I think it'll be worth it to you as well. So to blind buy or not to blind buy, it's not a safe blind buy. That green note may be a little bit off-putting. That green tea note may be a little bit off-putting to some. So I don't think it's a safe blind buy. Rating 10 out of 10. Nothing not to like about it. I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess by Killian. So this next one is Oriana by Parfums and Marley. Go ahead and roll the product shot. This is your citrusy, kind of dryer cloth-y marshmallow orange blossom type of scent. I'm sure you guys have heard about this fragrance and know a lot about this fragrance by now, but I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinions on it because I don't think I've ever spoken about it on my channel. So Oriana features top notes of mandarin orange, bergamot, and grapefruit, middle notes of orange blossom, raspberry, and black currant, base notes of whipped cream, marshmallow musk, and ambrette. So again, this is, a lot of people liken it or compare it to your kind of laundry-esque, laundry cleaner type of scent, or your dryer sheet type of scent. And I understand where they get that from, just because it is very citrusy and tart at the same time in that opening with that mandarin orange, bergamot, and grapefruit. So I can see where they get that, and it is very tart but still very sweet. Orange blossom, in my opinion, is florally, of course, but it's also citrusy and sweet at the same time. So those other citruses play well with the orange blossom in the scent, and then the tanginess that you get from the zestiness, kind of tanginess that you get from citruses plays well with that raspberry. So it is tangy, it is sweet at the same time with that marshmallow. It's fruity, but tangy again from that raspberry, but then that whipped cream and that marshmallow come in and just make it a sweet and fluffy and fresh and tangy and zesty all at the same time. So wearability, this fragrance is perfect for this time of year because it is florally, it is zesty, it's fresh, but it's also very sweet. So keep that in mind. So perfect for this time of year, perfect for spring, perfect for summer. But keep in mind, it is very sweet. Although it is zesty and it is tart and it's tangy, it is still very sweet. So keep that in mind when wearing it in the dead of summer. But still, in my opinion, it is very summer and springtime appropriate. So this is a straight up and down feminine scent to me, in my opinion. A good day or a nighttime scent. I feel like if you want to wear it on a date night, it's fine. If you want to wear it going out with your girls to the club, it's fine. It'll hold up. Whatever time of day, whatever time of night you want to wear it, I feel like you can pull this fragrance off whenever and however, in the spring and the summertime. Have at it. So the performance, I hear a lot of people complain about the performance of this fragrance. I don't get any problems, not even in the slightest. I don't have any issues with the performance of this fragrance. I get a strong 8 hours out of this fragrance, and about 4 to 6 of those hours, it being very present, it being very strong, me being able to smell myself very presently, others being able to smell the perfume, the fragrance projecting off of me very presently, very strongly, me leaving strong scent trails everywhere I go. Okay, long-lasting scent trails at that, extending scent trails at that. So I have no issues, no qualms with the performance of this fragrance. It lasts, and it lasts very presently 4 to 6 hours. After that 6 hour mark, so about the 6 to 8 hour mark, it dies down a little bit, and it does become a scent bubble, but a very strong scent bubble. So no problems with the performance. Let's jump right into value. We all know Parfums and Marley is very expensive. However, this fragrance can be found on discounters like Joma Shop, Scent Split, Lucky Scent. So I would admonish you to go ahead and find if you want to purchase it, if you need it, if you want to smell it, if you want to get your nose on it. Definitely go ahead and purchase it from those fragrances. Definitely go ahead and purchase it from those types of sites because it can be very expensive. So is it worth it at its full price point? I paid full price for it, but is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. Although it is very expensive, I think it's still worth it. And that's my opinion, and that's what I feel, and I'm going to stand on it, okay? So, to blind buy or not to blind buy, this is a safe-ish blind buy. I can't see people not liking it because of that laundry detergent, that laundry dryer sheet, freshy type of scent. A lot of people don't jive well with that, and some people say that it doesn't perform well. So is it a safe blind buy? Ish, just depending on how you feel about these types of fragrances. Rating, this is a 10 out of 10. I really love this fragrance. There's nothing not to like about it, in my opinion. I love it. So I'm going to give Oriana a 10 out of 10. Oriana by Parfums and Marley. So this next fragrance is SINTRA by MEMO Paris. Go ahead and run the product shine. And spoiler alert, if I have to choose a favorite from this DNA, from this type of DNA, it's going to be SINTRA. It's so unique. Although it has the same DNA, the same note structure as your Love Don't Be Shy, the Orange Blossom, the Rolly, Marshmallow type of note structure or DNA, it's still very unique, in my opinion. So it has top notes of neroli, petitgrain, red fruits, and bergamot. Middle notes of milk, orange blossom, resins, jasmine, cinnamon, rose. Base notes of marshmallow, Madagascar vanilla, caramel, musk, and cedar. This is a winner. Oh my God. Listen, I haven't done this in a minute. We're going to have to give Freeze Fragrance Find of the Day to SINTRA. Let's just go ahead and run it. Freeze Fragrance Find of the Day is going to SINTRA by MEMO Paris. This is one of my most loved scents in my entire collection. I mean, year round, I am popping this top, spraying it, sniffing it. I wore this scent last night. This Oriana and Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. Baby, that scent combo, whoa, whoa there, okay, whoa there. But what I smelled mostly was the SINTRA, but all three play extremely well together, and it was just, I got my orange blossom marshmallow with a cherry on top. I got my orange blossom cherry marshmallow life last night. It smelled like a cherry, boozy, woody cherry with a marshmallow, just marshmallow on top. I mean, all of the things. The greenness from that petitgrain is what you're smelling. And it may be off-putting to a lot of people, but it absolutely makes the fragrance what it is to me. It sets it apart, and it sets it in its own category apart from your Love Don't Be Shy type of scent. It's a little bit smidge black tonic from that milk. that orange blossom and that marshmallow. It's fluffy, it's sweet, it's a thick gooey. It's not really a fluffy marshmallow, it's a thick, sweet, dense, ooey gooey type of marshmallow. And then you get a hint of that cinnamon. The journey that this fragrance takes you on, it's warm, it's deep, it's sultry, it's seductive, it's alluring. You can't stop smelling this fragrance. It is that intoxicating type of scent, sexy. This fragrance is perfect for this time of year because it does have that, orange blossom and neroli, those white florals to it. But it is also resonance with those resins. It also has another white floral of jasmine. You don't really get the jasmine really, but just because of those white florals, it's perfect for this time of year. It's also, in my opinion, perfect for summertime. Maybe not in the dead of summertime because it is very sweet. It is very, very, very thick, dense, and sweet. So in the dead of heat, in dead of summertime, it may be a bit too much, but only the dead of summertime is the only time of year that I probably would not wear this fragrance. I will wear it in springtime. I will wear it in wintertime. I will wear it in fall time. Probably just the dead of summertime is probably when I would just say the only time of year that it would be too much. Nighttime sexy, put that thing on. Okay? Put it on and get it. Girl, guy. Okay, this is a straight up and down unisex scent in my opinion. Although it is very sweet, I still would not say straight up and down. I would say unisex, leaning a little feminine. But a guy can just definitely, a man smelling like this, careful. And that's all I want to say. So performance, teetering on beast mode. Yeah, that type of scent. 10, 12 hours. Easily, and it being present majority of that time. You're gonna smell you very presently. Everyone else is gonna smell you from feet away. You're gonna leave scent trails. So the projection and the sillage, awesome. Almost the entirety of the fragrance, awesome. Wear 10 to 12 hours easily. Okay. So let's talk about value. This one you can also find at discounters and also on the gray market. I would advise you and admonish you to do so because this one does run a little pricey in and upwards of $300. So I would caution you on that. It is very pricey, but is it worth it? Yes. Would I say find it cheaper if you can? Absolutely. But is it worth it at that price point? Yeah.
So guys, before we get into rating, I forgot about Blind Buy Worthy. This is not a safe blind buy.
It is. Yeah. And I'm standing on that. So 10 out of 10. Freeze fragrance find of the day goes to SINTRA by MEMO Paris. So we can't talk about all the Love Don't Be Shy DNAs without talking about Love Don't Be Shy, right? So this is Love Don't Be Shy, the original. This isn't the stream. And my plaque is gone. And the bottle itself is almost gone. Can you see it? So I am very careful about wearing this fragrance because it's almost gone and it's so expensive. It's even expensive. Spoiler, it's even expensive on discount on sites. Go ahead and run the product shot. We'll be talking real quickly about the missing plaque on the bottle. I've had this fragrance about 3 years. This may have been my second KILLIAN purchase, and this bottle has traveled with me everywhere I have gone and flown to. And mind you, I flew very often, twice a week, every week, flying into where I was and then flying back home to check on my grandmother. Okay, so the top of the week I'm flying out of Georgia to wherever I was stationed. The end of the week I'm flying back and then flying right back out the next week. That's how often I flew, and this bottle was always with me. Okay, so that's why the plaque is gone. Trust me, it is, and it is an authentic fragrance. It is authentically Love Don't Be Shy. It's just worn, torn, and tattered because it's traveled with me everywhere I've gone, and I just haven't refilled it. It's expensive. I don't want to have to keep buying fragrances, okay, especially that I already have. So So on Fragrantica doesn't list a marshmallow note on here, but I do know that it has a marshmallow note because the KILLIAN website says it. So let's go ahead and get into the top notes of neroli, bergamot, pink pepper, coriander. Middle notes of orange blossom, honeysuckle, jasmine, iris, rose. Base notes: sugar, vanilla, caramel, musk, civet, and labdanum. Those are your notes. Wearability. Everybody knows how love don't be shots feel, right? Just jump right into wearability. Any time of the day, any time of the night, any time of the year. This is a easy reach, one of the easiest reach fragrances in my opinion. Although it is very sweet, I still feel like you can get away with it in the dead of summertime. The only time of year I probably would not wear it because of those white florals would probably be wintertime. But if you want to wear it in wintertime, you can, because it will stand up. It is substantial wearing enough to wear it wintertime. This is your feminine scent. I just feel like, in my opinion, it's a straight up and down feminine, but I do know a lot of guys that wear this fragrance, so have at it. Performance, I get about an 8-hour wear out of this, with the first 4, maybe 4 hour it being very presently. It projects well. Others smell me, I smell others. It leaves a gorgeous scent trail, so it projects well, it lasts well, and it's all of the things. So value, terribly expensive, but this is a classic, iconic scent. So is it worth its price point just because the iconicness of it? Absolutely. Absolutely, but definitely find it at a discounted sites. Okay, but even on the discounted sites, it's still very expensive. You're still getting out $200. You're still getting that $200 on the discounted sites. So, but is it worth it? Yes. To blind buy or not to blind buy, this is a safe blind buy if you know you like this type of scent profile. So many other types of scents or fragrances are modeled after this fragrance, so that makes it a safe blind buy in my opinion. Let's jump right into rating. 10 out of 10. Nothing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. So that's Love Don't Be Shy by KILLIAN. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I absolutely love and adore each and every one of you, especially those of you who check in with me every video. That means the world to me. Hey y'all, hey, thank you for your love and support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also turn on those post notifications because I have at least one more video coming, maybe 2 more videos coming down the line this week, so stay tuned for that. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos. Again, don't forget to like, please like, and if you find any value in the content, go ahead and any value in your girl and this channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you a part of the Guru gang over here on Freeze Fragrance Finds. Until the next one, peace.